right. Chief Meteorologist Nick Jansen joins us once again.
Yeah, I was thinking about the storm that passed through December 15th, and how it really was centralized kind of in north central Iowa, and then the winds came along.
Yep.
Are we going to be seeing any kind of that flavor with this one?
Well, the good news is we won't have the 80 to 85 mile per hour winds back behind this. So that's the good thing. So at least once we get to the initial storms to move through, we should have some quieter weather settle in through the rest of the overnight hours. Now we want to focus on first some of the watches that we have across the area. Now issued severe thunderstorm watches in place. This does include Goodhue County and into Rice County. That's in effect until midnight. Areas in yellow here, that's along into the west of I-35. Tornado watch still issued from now and extends all the way until 10 o'clock. We're still waiting on word from the National Weather Service in La Crosse. I do expect some type of watch to be issued for the rest of our areas, mainly east of I-35. So for Rochester, Austin, Mississippi River Valley, I do expect some type of watch to be issued in the next hour or so. Outside currently, we had those showers and thunderstorms roll through earlier this afternoon. We had some severe weather through Olmsted, getting into Winona, Wabasha counties with some hail up to around an inch to even an inch and a half in diameter. The storms right now, we've been talking about it. They will initially develop to the west of I-35. That's what we're seeing currently. So we have this cluster of some supercells here, and we do actually have a tornado warning in place. Now this is just off to the northwest of Fort Dodge, and our partners with the Iowa Storm Chaser Network, we actually have a live feed of this with one of the storm chasers there. If we can take that footage, it looks like just a second ago he was showing some rotation here. We can kind of see some of that rainfall now on this. So unfortunately he had just moved, but he's in position here to watch that cell as it continues to move closer to I-35. So we'll flip back over here to future track radar. So that's this cell here, and it's racing at about 50 to 60 miles per hour. This cell will eventually move towards probably just to the north of Mason City, but close to Forest City, and then towards Northwood in about the next 30 to 60 minutes. Our threat levels tonight, heavy downpours are possible, but with these storms moving so fast, rainfall accumulations maybe just a ½ inch to an inch. Large hail is high for our threat level. Strong winds, and then we are looking at the potential for tornadic activity is likely mainly in northern Iowa. That's where we have the highest potential at for some tornadic activity. With a closer look on this, our team coverage continues tonight. We'll send it over to meteorologist Amanda Morgan. Amanda.
Thanks, Nick. Yeah, we're really focusing on northern Iowa. That's where we're continuing to see the highest threat for tornadoes, wind, and hail. But first, starting off with tornadoes, the brighter colors down into northern Iowa, including Northwood, Mason City, right along I-35. That's where they have a high risk of tornadoes. Still a likely risk for areas in red through Albert Lee, Austin, Osage, Charles City. Possible further towards the north into Rochester, but not quite as high as what we're seeing a little bit further south. Now, hail is also a very large risk for us. If we could switch to the hail graphic, there we go, up to 2 to 3 inches in diameter. That's about baseball size hail possible, so we could see a lot of damage from that. Again, a very similar risk setup here, highest down towards the south, but still possible through Olmsted County and towards the north. Wind gusts about 60 to 70 miles per hour, so still very strong, not quite as strong as December 15th. The risk staying about the same, highest down towards the south, Mason City, Northwood, but still could see some of those stronger gusts locally in southeast Minnesota. Nick.
Yeah, and it's important to have some type of way to get some at least alerts here, especially with a lot of these storms happening after sunset here tonight for those of us in Rochester and areas east of Highway 52. Feel free to download our free KTC Weather Authority mobile app. It's very easy to use. You can track the storms there with interactive radar. We have instant notifications. We'll send out push alerts with any type of events that are happening. All you have to do is scan this QR code right here. It says scan me. That will take you right to our Weather Authority mobile app, whether you have iOS or you have Android. I am getting at least word from our producer Victoria. Let's send it back over to our Storm Chaser Network here. This is that cell that we were talking about just to the northwest of Fort Dodge. And this is looking extremely impressive right now in a very dangerous type of situation. We might actually have some at least something making it to the ground at this point in time. So again, this is the cell that is off to the west, southwest of Mason City, of Northwood. These are very powerful type of supercells. We can see the rotation here, and we are getting it down towards the ground. So we're getting a live confirmation here from our partners with the Iowa Storm Chaser Network. Again, this is live footage here in western Iowa. So this is west of I-35. We have the potential for a large tornadic supercell storm. It's racing to the east-northeast at about 50 to 60 miles per hour. So this is a cell that we will have to keep an eye on here tonight, because this is just to the west of I-35. So hopefully we're rolling on this in the production, or if someone can roll on this, because this is extremely. Okay, so yes, so we do have this confirmed now from the National Weather Service. I mean, we can see it here on our live footage here. So we can see the tornado making it down to the ground. We see the debris here coming, and this is not what we want to see here tonight. So this is why we've been trying to alert and warn people the past 2 days for what's happening currently here in western Iowa. Palmer, Iowa is what we have. So this is in Palmer, Iowa. Can we, Amanda, real quick, we're just going to kind of take this newscast over here for a second, since we have this large confirmed tornado on the ground just west of I-35. I know this isn't our viewing area, but I do want to stay with this, because this storm is heading towards some of our counties in Hancock and Winnebago. So I want to stay with this for a couple minutes. Let's switch back over real quick to Max 1, Tim, and let's look at this. So this storm right now is right here, so it's just to the north of Fort Dodge. Amanda, so it's traveling to the east-northeast at 50 to 60 miles per hour. Draw a cone on that for me, just so we can alert people that are along I-35, because this is going to get into Hancock and Winnebago County. It might potentially get into Winnebago probably within the next, I would say, what, 15 to 30 minutes?
So northeast, I'm going about 50 miles per hour. So into Forest City, it's saying in the next hour or so.
Okay, so next hour, Mason City.
A little over an hour in Mason City, but yeah, this is on the way, heading northeast.
Okay, so this is what we've been talking about tonight, is very, very strong type of supercells. Victoria, just let me know what, because I'm kind of glancing off the screen to try to get a look at that live stream. Can we go right back to the live stream just real quick here with this, and we'll see. This is Mr. Sharp again. We have a partnership with the Iowa Storm Chaser Network, and we can barely see it. It's in this corner of the screen is where it's at. So it doesn't look like he has too good of a view right now. But let's flip back over. We'll talk more about weather specifically for what we'll potentially see coming up here in Rochester. So our threat levels for tonight, again, the threat for damaging winds, some tornadic activity. We have those cells already developing to the west of I-35. So we'll run through future track for those of us here, Highway 52, so Rochester, and then getting into the Mississippi River Valley. So showers and thunderstorms continue. Supercell development, 8 o'clock. So that time frame might be pushed up a little bit, especially with what we're already seeing to the west of I-35. So those storms will start to move in after 7 o'clock tonight for areas on I-35. We saw there Mason City, even towards Forest City in the next hour to maybe even hour and 20, hour 30 minutes. Those storms race to the east-northeast here, and then we'll see them combine, and we'll have this long line of showers and thunderstorms. Again, everyone will have December 15th in their heads. So we will have the chance for supercells probably until about just after sunset tonight, so 7:30, 8 o'clock. Then we see that long line of showers and thunderstorms, some damaging wind, and some hail. So I just got word that the Iowa Storm Chaser Network's back on that tornado.
You can see that very clearly, yeah.
Yeah. So this is what we're talking about tonight. At least through the next, at least I'd say what, 2 hours, Amanda, that
at
we
least,
have
yeah.
that we have the chance for these large tornadic storms, these supercells here tonight. So a very dangerous situation. Again, I know this isn't in the KTTC viewing area, but I mean, you can look at this. Now, if this ends up going through a populated area, we will have devastating type of impacts. So that's why all night tonight we will have continuous coverage of what is happening in Iowa here tonight, and then eventually into Minnesota after sunset tonight. This is a large and dangerous tornado right now, not through any populated or at least highly populated areas, but I think we can, if this buffers just a little bit more, we might be able to see if this storm impacted any trees, or if we end up having any type of downed power lines here. Power outages, I would assume, would be an issue in some areas tonight. If you do end up, flip back over to Max 1, if you do end up having some power issues tonight, we'll be live on Facebook tonight. We'll be live on our website. We'll be live on our app tonight. That's why it's crucial to have those things handy for tonight. So it's at 11 o'clock here this evening. That long line of showers and thunderstorms move through. They will move quickly. Now, again, remember, just about, I know it's been a long weathercast, but just about 8 to 9 minutes ago, Tom asked me, will we have the same type of setup that we had December 15th? We won't. We won't have those 85-mile-per-hour wind gusts back behind the frontal boundary, so we won't have to worry about that. Once the storms move out, we will have some gusty winds, but it won't be 70 to 80 miles per hour. We might have a couple isolated showers in early tomorrow morning, but other than that, that's about it. Here's an hour-by-hour forecast for us. Severe weather potential, especially for areas along Highway 52. So that's Rochester. That's not until 9 to 10 o'clock tonight, well after sunset. 7-day forecast, 39 for the high Thursday, 38 on Friday. Easter weekend, a little different than what we just experienced last weekend. We'll have those temperatures in the 40s both Saturday and Sunday. So guys, we just saw there, very dangerous type of situation.
Footage.
Yes,
Yeah.
amazing footage. That's west of I-35, but that storm is tracking towards Hancock, Winnebago counties here tonight. So if you're listening to us or you know anyone in North Iowa, make sure they get to shelter immediately. It's not in our viewing area just quite yet, but it's coming.
And I want to reiterate what we saw. We saw some people pulling off to the side of the road, probably turning around. Best idea to do if you see something like that?
Yes, never try to outrun a tornado. That's the best advice I can give you. The safest place, if you see something like that or you think it's heading in your direction, is to get in a ditch and cover your head. That's the safest place to be if you think the tornado is in your path. Do not take shelter under an overpass. That can act as a wind tunnel, and it can act as a vacuum and actually suck you out underneath the overpasses.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just be safe tonight. Again, we're here all night long. We'll have updates throughout the night. We just want to keep everyone safe.
Right. Download that app.
Yes, download the app.
All right, we'll be back in a moment.